close to your mic. Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly and Real Estate Jerky Daily, and we bring you the daily real estate news.
Or weekly, same thing, number over again.
Yeah. Well, we say that we're like a broken record most of the time,
but it's true.
Well, the same stuff comes out every other week,
Yeah.
and it's important to know this information so you can make decisions. Like if you're going to get into contract, should I lock? Yes.
Yeah, lock.
Yeah, today.
Don't mess around.
Don't make it worse, because you never see how bright my monitors are.
Yeah.
I have to fix that today.
You look fine. No wrinkles.
Yeah, well, I have some. It's just fat.
Oh.
They injected fat. When I eat, it injects the fat everywhere.
It gets it in there.
Yeah. All right. So we've been talking about there's no inventory. We only went up 8,200 last week. And the biggest news today, really, is actually yesterday, was the real estate industry is in the influx because of the guilty verdict in the commission lawsuit trial that happened yesterday that came out.
Yeah,
They're still waiting on the judge to make his decision or whatever. But let me just get through this, and then you can make your. So they suppose 11 days of testimony, 8-person jury, took just a little over 2 hours to decide the verdict in this. I almost feel like they had the answer from the beginning.
It kind of feels that way, doesn't it? It also, I can't believe that a jury trial. The common person has no clue about how real estate works or how it probably should work, and I think NAR fell down on its sword on this one.
I think so too, but it was a $1.8 billion in damages against
which
NAR and Keller Williams. So Keller Williams today is going, oh shit, I should have done what Remax did
for
that's
$55 million.
Yeah, but the biggest problem here is they were saying 6% for commissions. On average, the commissions aren't at 6%.
Commissions are completely negotiable at the time of listing, and so that's going to be my pat answer all the time. Is we don't have a set commission. It's totally up to the buyer or to the seller and the listing agent. You want to sell your house faster? Offer more compensation to the other agent, to the other brokerage. You want to sell it slower? Do one of the other discount brokerages and offer 1% or $500. Nobody has an incentive to show that property, and that's what commission sharing was supposed to do, is give the incentive to look at the property. Now, then, if the buyers like it, then you negotiate a purchase contract, and the selling agent gets compensated.
Right.
I just don't get it.
Well, I know
it was a perfect model for so many years.
I know, but what they're trying to do is you got Open Door, Knock, all those other fintech companies who've been trying to break into this, and it's been difficult. Now they have the opportunity to go, don't worry. As a buyer, you don't need an agent. Just come to us, and we will take advantage of you just like anybody else would.
Well, not anybody else would. The realtor wouldn't do that.
No, I'm just talking.
Yeah, any other Open Door type thing.
Because Zillow tried it, had to sell all the properties because they didn't do very well. So this is just all those fintech guys are now going, okay. And that's why I always thought that this was funded by them or was promoted by them more than anything else. I didn't have the proof. It just seems unlikely for two individuals to go, you know what? I think this is bullshit. Let's sue everybody.
Those individuals were headhunted, and who's going to suffer is going to be the consumer, the seller, and the consumer, the buyer.
Yeah.
And some agents. Some agents are going to be, okay, I'm just going to list property.
Well, it just, how's the model going to go forward, and what's it going to look like?
We don't know yet. They talk about buyer brokerage agreements. Some states use them all the time for every situation with a buyer. The buyer agrees to pay a certain amount of money towards the buyer's agent's compensation or buyer's broker's compensation, because the broker gets compensation and then shares that with the agent. It's going to be interesting to see how this lays out. They also said that the judge would either ratify the $1.85 billion or whatever it was yesterday, or $1.75 billion. It said it could go up as high as $5 billion.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. If the way of doing business was wrong, fining is fine, but come up with an answer.
Right.
And the answer isn't Open Door or Purple Bricks or whatever.
Purple Bricks not around anymore.
No, I know. They took their billions in losses or millions in losses and left
and went back overseas.
Yep.
The biggest issue is this is going to hurt the buyers.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. But it'll all work out eventually. But Washington State does buyer agreements. A lot of them do.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
Yeah.
And
if the seller doesn't pay, the buyer
back
has
east
to pay.
they do, and in the Midwest they do.
They picked Missouri for a reason. They did.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah. I mean, come on. If you ever seen any of those shows where they remake the stuff up, they pick certain areas for a reason, and they pick that area. But positive news, hey, there's more jobs available. Jolts came out today. Your job openings for the bureau. I can't even think about it today. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Crap up to 9.6 million versus they were expecting 9.5 million.
These are available jobs, or
yes, these are available jobs.
Oh, but nobody wants to go do them, right?
I don't know. I guess there 3.6 million people are the total who have quit their jobs. That went as high as in last year up to 4.5 million.
Oh,
yeah. Job openings that are available right now are hotels, restaurants, arts, entertainment, recreation industries that benefit when economy is strong and Americans have money.
Yep. Well,
that ain't strong.
It ain't happening right now. It ain't strong, and we don't have money.
Mortgage applications are down. Shocking. And there's no sense to get into percentage wise, whatever.
Yeah, why?
They're just down, and they're going to be down. However, I heard some news that sales are going to be up next year. Well, at this level, how much further down could they be?
It's true.
Because people have higher interest rates, so they'll be moving more in the last couple of years.
Oh, so those people who bought with the higher interest, well, it kind of makes a little bit of sense. With the higher interest rates, are like, you know what? I've got a 7. What does it matter if I take the equity out of my home because there's no property on the market, and I can sell for a little bit more and buy up. So
what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
I don't know.
Be a listing agent.
Yeah.
And then keep all the compensation.
I mean, but the numbers are up today. So it's not because of that news we just had there.
No.
Yeah.
No. And this lawsuit, it's going to be appealed.
Well, of course it's going to be appealed.
It's going to be in the courts for a little while longer.
Stupid not to appeal this thing.
And nobody knows how we need to adjust or do things. Maybe the buyer brokerage agreement, what that's going to cause is most likely a decrease in home values, because now the buyer's got to come up with money to pay the cooperating broker.
I just think it'll slow until until we figure out how this is going to go forward. But I'm going to tell you right now, though, those other ones we talked about, I don't want to promote them, are going to be the ones that are going to benefit from this more than anybody else.
Yeah, it's not going to be the consumer.
No, so it's this is how it's going to be going forward.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the TV ads right now.
Yeah, we won.
Maybe we should do one. Let's do a mock TV ad for the new buyer.
Don't worry, you don't need to be represented.
Another opportunity to buy a home.
Well, the problem is they don't care. I mean, there were so many people who canceled contracts, those companies during the pandemic and other stuff. They don't care about the local community like you guys do.
Well, like realtors do. We live in the local community.
Right. They don't.
We have to care about the local.
They don't. It's all in it's just like that other. It's like that one mortgage company I never like to talk about. That's a huge call center, and a lot of the stuff's in India, and that a few of them are in Detroit.
It's just about moving dollars. They don't give two cents about people.
Yeah, this stuff's all local. Mortgage people, real estate agents, it's local. They care about the community. They're here for the community. You need to do local.
Right.
They'll figure it out. It's always been, and it's not that these companies, they were saying tech isn't always better for these things. Not always.
No, I don't know how it could be. I mean,
it is on some things.
There are absolutely.
Yeah.
And I firmly believe in a real estate transaction, you need face-to-face. You need help being guided through the myriad of crap that we have to deal with, basically because of government, all the disclosures, all the inspections, all the things that we need to do as a result of several million lawsuits, and bureaucrats who don't know anything about real estate that say, "Oh, I think this will be a good idea. Let's have this."
Well, they always say this is a good idea until we see it and say this is a horrible idea.
Yeah, the practical use of it is garbage. So, hey, soapboxes.
Yeah. So, news today. There's more jobs. Go get a better job.
Yeah.
More jobs are in the recreational industry, or the industry that doesn't pay very well. So that tells you those are more part-time jobs that are available. So, maybe agents need to go get a part-time job.
You know, it was interesting during the pandemic. Pandemic.
No, it was more of a plandemic.
Yeah. What was interesting was people who had left jobs as a result of not being relevant and created their own businesses, and how they're still flourishing today. That's interesting. You know, the necessity is the mother of invention, and just, you know, I applaud those people that went out there and said, I'm going to fill a niche. I see a niche to be filled, and I'm going to create a business that does that. And more power to you guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, the one thing we're waiting on today to see what the Fed's going to do. They're probably going to come out and say we're doing nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're not going to raise right now. We'll wait until November.
Is today Wednesday?
Yes, it is. And you should have numbers, but you don't have numbers.
I don't have numbers.
Local numbers. So you should.
I could do local numbers real quick.
Well, that's the most important thing.
Let's do it.
We're always local. We just said we were El Loco. All right. Demand for new construction housing is defying high mortgage rates. Do you know why?
No, tell me.
Because the new home builders are buying the rate down to 6. So they're
the new builders are?
Yeah, they're paying $25,000 or $20,000 to buy the rates into the 6s. So if there's a new home complex out there, go there, buy a house. But before you go in there, take your agent with you.
Yeah, take your agent with you. Log in. Here we go.
No,
keep talking.
Dude, you should have done that earlier.
I know. I was looking for the California numbers earlier.
That's what I'm looking for.
No,
local.
We're not gonna. No,
California's on Friday.
Okay.
Wednesday's El Loco.
El Loco.
We got a rotary crab feed this weekend. So.
Yes, we do.
And
on the 4th.
And it's just going to be us on the radio this weekend.
Yes, it is. What are we going to talk about? What do you want to talk about? I think we'll do some more.
We'll talk about this.
Numbers.
Yeah, we'll be talking about this a little bit more.
Yeah.
I was just trying to see if there's anything over here, but nope.
Check all okay.
So, yeah. What else?
The Halloween went nicely. Did you have a lot of people?
No, not a single one.
Not a one.
Yeah, well, when you have your lights turned off, they don't show up.
See,
our area doesn't get them like they used to.
I have lights.
Good for you.
That go across the trees. Okay, you ready? I'm just going to read the numbers.
Okay.
455 active listings in all of Stanislaus County. Only 296 pending, so that's decreased considerably.
Oh, huge.
Yeah, and
sales.
Those are pending sales, and in closed sales, 2,717. That's slowed down considerably as well.
Wow. So I was looking at the applications for last week, right? And we get applications and numbers today, and I said there's no sense to get into them, but
right.
The FHA accounted for 14.7% of the mortgage applications.
Yeah.
VA was 10%.
Huh? Whoa.
So that means of those and USDA was only like 0.4%. So if you add those three together, that's like over 25%. That means 75% or 74% of people are doing conventional or
cash
this is mortgage applications.
Oh, this is applications.
You don't do an mortgage application for cash.
Yeah, sometimes.
And this could be non-QM too, but I guarantee non-QM is maybe 1% of the market. So that's unusual to be that much conventional. And I wonder if it's just because people go conventional because you don't want to take a FHA offer in this market.
Why?
No, I'm just saying, I wonder if that's what people are saying.
Why would they say that?
Because people, there's issues on the deck. There's issues on this.
God. It's okay.
I'm just saying,
yeah.
It'd be, also maybe the price points are so high, right? So
it could
in our
be above
area
an
where
FHA
is 517, right? Is purchase price. Right? Is that what it is? No, it's 535 for purchase price.
Right.
So, and that's not the nicest neighborhood in the neighborhood anymore.
Right.
Right. It's so now you got to go 600 and you can't go FHA, so you're going conventional.
Yep.
VA
makes
doesn't.
More sense. And VA doesn't.
Well, it's 10% of the market.
Right.
And that's about right on average, because before last week was 10.5%.
VA is a great loan.
It's an excellent loan. And it's not used a lot because people are afraid and they keep thinking the old way. It's the old loan. It's not the old loan. It's the new loan. They can pay for pest work. They can pay for everything. And if there is a lot of pest work, you can do a short form VA that says there's no active pest. That's all VA wants. But you got to make sure the pest company will do it before you order the pest.
Which is crazy. There's been so much education. There's been so much information that's been put out there for agents to be able to access, to learn the new way of doing VA loans, and they just don't drink the water.
Well, and a lot of them just don't show up for the meetings.
That's true.
Or read the emails.
Well, they're independent contractors. They can do what they want to do when they want to do it. So
okay, you keep that work going. All right. That's all I have for today. Myself. Tomorrow we'll bring you some more news about what's going on, and remember, we'll be a little bit later tomorrow. Because it's Rotary Day. All right. Make it a great day. Thanks for being here. We really appreciate you. And if you're listening to this on the podcast afterwards, thank you so much. And thank you.
Have a great day.
All right. Bye.
Bye.